Well, welcome back to It's Always Something, the podcast where we talk about movies and trivia about movies sometimes, and movies we like and other movies coming out, and also movies sometimes.
It's all true.
Yeah, I'm not a liar. I wouldn't lie. There's no proof I've ever lied.
It's not worth it. It's all fact checked later.
It is, big time. We got Josh over here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Caleb right there, and I am Dan. Together, we are the hosts
of
It's.
That went really well.
Always.
something.
Looking good, Myers. Looking real good.
I'm going to activate your dental record.
Yeah.
That was a recent episode, man. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's one
man.
thing I was thinking about doing. Because this, so just start it off. We're doing Wrongfully Accused today. We're going to go over the movie Wrongfully Accused with Leslie Nielsen. Obviously, he's been in many, many movies.
Is it Leslie or Leslie?
I believe it's Leslie.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it's the same. I think it's just you pronounce it however you want.
Yeah.
Leslie, you know?
Yeah.
What about a girl? What a guy? There's no difference, you know? What about Dana? Girl Dana, guy Dana, you know?
I don't know any
call-
Danas.
Dana White. You know him.
Do I? Dana? Oh, Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana White.
Who's Dana White?
This guy.
UFC?
UFC owns
I
it.
don't know.
He's-
I don't watch it.
He's a fellow head shaver. I thought you all had a clan or something.
You didn't. I didn't attend that
You missed that
meeting.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about Wrongfully Accused, a comedy. Leslie Nielsen came out in 1998, directed by,
It's a good year.
that guy. What's that guy that does the directing for the movies like that, like Wrongfully Accused? Do you know? Not to put you on the spot or anything, but there's one of us with a laptop that.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I don't know. I can't remember who directed it. Oh, you know what?
I don't remember at all. I don't think
I
it was
will
anyone
tell you.
popular.
I did write it
Why
down.
You're bringing out your
It's
phone.
I think it was Wes Anderson.
writer and director Pat Proft.
It's Pat?
Pat Proft.
Hmm.
Writer director.
Oh, gosh.
Anyways, so Wrongfully Accused is a spoof of the movie The Fugitive with Harrison
Woody Harrelson.
Ford.
Harrelson.
Let's just get right onto it.
Yeah.
It was an okay movie. It was not bad. It was funny.
Yeah.
It is only made funnier because Leslie Nielsen's in it. If you like his way of comedy, you would enjoy it because it's all slapstick. All of it's slapstick. In fact,
big time.
one of my biggest complaints was it's almost too much slapstick.
Yeah.
Like it's just over the top.
Every other line.
Every other line. Like
Yeah.
very few serious things going on at all. Every other line is like, it's just something random happening. And I'll tell you the biggest thing that I did not like about it, the hardest hit one of all the things that were bad about the movie, which there weren't many bad things.
Right.
But the thing I didn't like the most was all the CGI they put into it. Did you notice that?
But I think they did a lot of it as a joke. Like the bus going over the cliff.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah.
Well, yes.
I mean, that was
And that was
so
actually
ridiculous.
The bus going
Yeah.
over the cliff was, I get that, obviously, but there's the part where like the tongue comes out of his ear.
Oh, yeah.
There's a part where he's like about to fall off the cliff and his heart's beating out of his chest.
Yeah.
There's a part. Where else? I'm trying to think. There's something else that was just over the top.
Yeah.
And I thought
The
to
whole
myself,
movie.
well,
Yeah.
yes, but the CGI was just like lame. I was like,
Right.
come on. Like
Yeah.
maybe for the bus I get, but everything else, it didn't need it. And it's one of my biggest things I hate about movies when they just overuse CGI for no reason.
I agree, especially if
Yeah.
it's bad CGI. Yeah.
Right, especially if it's like a
Yeah.
bad CGI gator or something,
Yeah, if
Or
you-
you're
if
thinking
you-
Shark.
If
Oh,
you,
yeah.
If you guys like Naked Gun, you'll love this movie. I mean, that's Leslie Nielsen, and he's like the same character.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
exact
Same
same
character
character, yeah.
every time. And it actually reminded me a lot of Loaded Weapon.
A lot of parts
the way
did.
it's just kind of one after another, and then it just kind of almost takes you away from what's going on in the movie. It's just kind of joke after joke after joke.
Right.
It almost seems like just too much sometimes.
I wish I had more time. I was gonna rewatch The Fugitive because that's what it's based off.
Right.
And I wanted to see how much was similar to The Fugitive. Obviously, many scenes were, but just a rundown of the movie, a quick synopsis. Leslie Nielsen plays a character. Do you remember his name? I don't remember his name.
Ryan
Hall or something like that, was it?
something. I don't remember. Ryan something.
Ryan something. So, anyways, he plays a Ryan something, and he is a world famous like violinist, and he's has a show and he plays on this major show, and tons and tons of fans, and one of his fans wants to sleep with him, and she's married, and then of course he does end up banging her, and that's another thing. Man, Leslie Nielsen is banging chicks left and right in that movie. Holy crap. Jeez, they're all attracted to him, I guess.
Yeah.
He must have had some writing in the movie or something.
Yeah.
I guess. But so anyways, then the woman that he's cheating with, her husband dies or is killed, and they make it look like he did it. He's shot, I believe, 70 or 80 times. Was it?
Yeah.
Probably.
So, and then Leslie Nielsen, gets knocked out and set next to him with a bunch of guns on him. He wakes up, he's strapped with swords and,
and then
a bow.
He got shot with a couple arrows in the chest after the gunshots.
Right. So,
And then then he wakes up with a bow around his body.
almost as if he's being wrongfully accused.
Right.
So, anyways, they railroad him, and he gets convicted, and he's off to jail, and then the bus crashes, as we already talked about, and then he escapes, and now he's out to find out who set him up and why. So it's very much like The Fugitive, and it was,
Mhm.
it was.
And that one guy played who was the detective, who was
what's his name? I just had his name. I'm
Is it
blanking out.
Richard?
he did a pretty good
Richard
He
something?
did a good job. He
replicating
played
the part from The Fugitive.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
It was in The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he did a good job of doing the same type of thing.
Yeah, like he'd run down a random evidence, like
Yeah.
get all the carpet fibers and vacuum them up and shave all the dogs. And he's like, when he's walking through the park, he's like, kill all the animals and gut them and get all their fur the homeless people and give their meat. And it's just like over the top. But he's saying it so fast, he can't even pick up what he's saying. He's just like, oh, man, like,
shot
get all
on
this
orders
evidence.
and stuff. Yeah.
And people are running around, and he's like, I'm as sure as that he's been down this road as I'm sure that's an anaconda. And then like a snake jumps out and bites the girl next to him. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. All right. So anyways, it was fun. A lot of slapstick
funny.
parts that were funny.
There were a lot of funny
That
parts.
only if it was anyone else, it wouldn't have been nearly as funny. But Leslie Nielsen just had
couldn't have been.
he
done.
just has that in him.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I actually just it's not much of a movie quiz, I guess. I was going to do a movie quiz for this one, but there just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
There
I don't blame you
there
for
wasn't
that.
enough to really, because no one really knows this movie, and there's not like a lot to it. But a little movie fun fact is Leslie Nielsen played on the original show The Fugitive, which the movie The Fugitive was based off of. And so he was on the show, and they based a movie off that, and now he's on the spoof off that. Because before he ever did slapstick, he was like a serious actor. Like he didn't find his like slapstick chops until like it was like the late 70s for Airplane. I think was his first like slapstick style movie. Before that, he was a very serious actor and did like a lot of dramas and a lot of what was he in? Oh boy, there's some
Yeah, I
dead
don't know
air
what
there.
he did before
he
that.
Did. It was like soap operas, I think, or something like that.
Oh,
Like he's
really?
like, he's a very serious actor.
Wow.
And then somehow, some way, he got the gig on Airplane, and then
How funny.
oh, was it Airplane?
No, it wasn't Airplane.
No, it's before because he was doing the police show.
Police Academy?
No. The one that Naked Gun is based off of. That was a skit show that he did.
Top Gun?
No,
Wasn't-
Top Gun's an Airplane. I'm talking. He was on a. It's called something Squad.
Oh.
Something Squad.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you guys are not helping me with this one, and I'm too tired to think of this data.
Anyway,
It's Police Squad or something like that.
Okay.
So he was on that, which was basically the original. It was a TV show of the Naked Gun way before Naked Gun was ever a movie,
yeah.
and that's what Naked Gun is based off of, is those skits.
Gotcha.
And I think they ordered a season of it. It only lasted like six episodes, and then got canceled. And they always wanted to do more of it. And so it's funny. Leslie Nielsen is hilarious. He's probably the best. Like, slapstick comedic actor like in
Yeah,
history.
for
Like there's
sure.
no one that did it better.
Oh man, he's got that down, man.
Yeah, there
Better
back,
than anybody.
Way back in the day, there was like the silent actors, like Charlie Chaplin and all them
Mm-hmm.
that they didn't have sound. So they can't even when they did, they're very good in their comedic timing and everything else. But man, Leslie, it just plays such a straight character, and that's what sells it.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And
His airplane performance just like
it was the best.
it
the
was
best.
amazing, and that's what probably got him so many different other movies and so many fans out there.
Did you say airplane?
Airplane.
It
Yeah.
wasn't an airplane.
Oh yeah.
Leslie Nielsen?
Oh
Are you
yeah.
joking? He was the guy that
He was
He's the doctor.
Doctor, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He said
you didn't know that.
I was confusing him with the main character.
Oh,
my
Stryker?
Stars, Stryker. No,
No, not Striker.
he was the one that made all the airplane funny. Like without him, it was
Oh, you're thinking of the guy down at the base? Down at
Yeah.
the,
Sniff and Glue guy.
in the yeah, that guy.
Main character. That
Oh.
guy's a side character. Yeah, let's
I
That's
picked
crazy.
I
I'm,
He
picked
had,
the
like-
wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah.
yeah. Man, that's weird. I guess I haven't watched Airplane in a long
Oh
time.
man.
Apparently, that may
It's-
be the next one we need to watch because Airplane was the far better movie.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
We're actually
Airplane
just
is
talking
absolutely.
about
classic.
watching. We're
Yeah.
talking about watching it, but then we're talking about we wanted to watch the original movie that Airplane is based off of.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
called like Flight something. Like
Well, this movie, Wrongfully Accused, right in the beginning, it says it's based on real events that happened in other movies.
in other movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of funny things in the credits too. I don't know if you caught all those.
Mhm.
Probably not.
I caught a handful.
There's a bunch of them. It's just like
Really?
it's like saying like best boy and blah blah, and then it's like a list of people that we don't care about, and it just
Oh,
then the
really?
film like sped up, and there's like a list of names that shot up,
Mm-hmm.
and there,
Of course.
yeah, there's like
That's hilarious.
they had a ton of different things, but it was a good watch. I always like it when there's like something funny at the end of the movie, and the credits they make you
Yeah.
watch the credits because we always stay to the end of the credits.
yeah.
That's our thing. It's
Oh,
like you don't
always.
watch a movie until you see the last credit,
Yeah, and in the theater, they're all cleaning up around us. We're like,
right? I
not,
paid.
not
Yeah,
leaving yet.
I paid for a whole movie.
Yeah.
There's something coming.
There's
Like,
something. Yeah,
Sometimes they'll even say, "There's nothing after."
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I don't know about that.
Yep. We'll see.
We'll see about that.
Did you guys watch the very end of this movie? This one?
Oh yeah.
All the way to the end when he said the movie's over.
Yep. Yep. The final credit. Yeah.
You
So
can, there's a one funny thing not clip, but a caption at the end of the role where they say they kind of like call out the editing, how there was a mishap in the editing, and a lot of people probably didn't catch it. But people looking for inconsistencies.
oh,
really
the
caught it.
jacket, right?
The jacket.
Yeah.
They
the sport
said
jacket.
for any of you who are whining about the jacket.
The meat when he switched
He
to
said
his meat
he
jacket.
threw his jacket in the meat truck and went in the hospital and got what he had to get. But he got another jacket in
That's
the hospital.
identical.
It's identical to the one that he had on earlier.
So
He
there.
said, so shut up.
Oh my gosh.
That's one way
Hilarious.
to beat inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Be like, oh no, that's part of the story.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
part of
didn't
the
see
story.
it.
Yeah.
We had to cut that part.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No big deal.
Hilarious.
There's also a part in the end credits that said after it said no animals were harmed, it said no cars were harmed during all the explosions.
Oh brother.
Yeah, I didn't miss that one.
Yeah, I think that was false though because
Yeah,
that
right.
Chevy that blew up at the end,
Yeah.
that thing got totaled.
Well, that bus that went over the cliff, that thing had to be.
Oh, that thing is dented all the
Yeah.
heck.
You saw
man.
it was bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess what else can you say about Wrongfully Accused? The story was, obviously it's a spoof, so you can't really
Yeah.
grade it on the story.
I was getting those two women in there confused.
Oh, me too. Yeah, because it
I was
looks so
thinking, wait a
similar.
minute,
It's
is
like
that I don't know. I was like, and then Amanda was saying that then later said the same thing to me. And she was like, is that the first one or this? I'm like,
Really?
I was like,
they don't even really look alike.
I know they don't side by side. You'd probably be like,
Hmm.
they don't, but I don't know, something about it. How they're presented in the movie. I don't
and
know.
he did make out with both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Yeah, but that one girl came
something
out
to
to
think
him
about.
and said, her name was Cassidy, something like that. And remember when she, right in the beginning, I think she came up to him and she's like, Cassidy. She said, no, Ryan. He said, you must have me mixed up with some,
With
some
another
woman.
woman.
Some woman.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
some of his
so
best lines.
funny.
Yeah, it's like we're singing from Airplane where he's like, what is it? But that's not important right now. What?
Oh, there's a problem at the hospital. What is it? It's the place where patients go. And they,
But that's not important right now.
Yeah.
We got to get
Stuff
to
like that.
yeah. Leslie Nielsen just the best at that.
I
So
the rest,
wonder how much of the he comes up with and how much is like helped. He has to come.
he has to come up with a bunch of it. Yeah, I bet he's making
just
people
seems so
crack
natural
up.
to
Yeah,
him.
I bet he just makes people crack up all the time.
And the
like
way
them
that it's in
filming it.
every movie he's in, you can tell it's the same way, like the same type of humor, exactly almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could almost take lines from one movie, insert them into the other, and it would flow just completely normal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even matter.
His character's the same.
Yeah, it's the same character. And
Did you notice when he was that scene where he's hanging upside down when he drops down into the right above the lasers?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Did you notice all
Mission Impossible thing.
when all the stuff was falling out of his pockets? A little fart machine fell out. Did you notice that?
I don't think so. No.
I don't remember.
And he grabbed it and went.
Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because a
So
lot
much
of the,
happens so fast, and
Yeah.
he's getting tangled up in
Yeah.
all
I
the
remember he dropped
wires
like a
and,
O. Henry bar,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
Tic Tacs and like gum and like all this random
one
stuff.
was a little fart machine thing.
Mm.
Well, when he does interviews with people,
Oh, I heard about that.
he has that little fart machine, and he'll sit there and he'll be talking to go, and then the guy
Oh,
interviewing
really?
will be like, "Was that you?" And he was like, "Yeah, it happens. I just had beans or whatever before the show." And
Oh my gosh.
and he'll keep doing it, and he just thinks it's so funny. Like it's so such a
Yeah,
childish like. But
That's
he,
so
he-
old-
but he
old-
does it in all like a
old
bunch of
humor.
interviews.
Makes me wonder if, like, when he was doing more serious stuff before, if he had a hard time not joking, you know?
Oh, I bet he did.
Because it's just
It'd be like
it's
us
just
being on a
natural.
movie. It's like, yeah, you
Mhm.
could always do a serious role or whatever, but there's always that part deep down
Yeah,
where you
how
want to
could-
say, like, I guarantee, like, if I was on something serious, I'd be like, I'd intentionally,
Yeah,
try to make people laugh
Yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, how can he
Well,
not know he's a natural
Yeah.
Right.
comedian? But he had to know he's just not in the right line of work just yet. Or
Mhm.
Right.
something.
And then, I mean, he came at the very end of his career, but
Yeah.
I mean, he still made like 30 years out of it, 20
I was
so
gonna
years.
say when he started with that comedy, like even back in Airplane, I don't know. Felt like he looked the same age for like
yeah.
all 20 or 30 years.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. It's like he never aged until right towards the end. He put on a little weight.
It's.
and,
I mean,
you
I
know,
think it's
like-
because of his hair.
Yeah,
He
for
has
sure.
that same Steve Martin type of deal.
Yeah.
Like, real silvery,
Yeah.
whitish hair.
I guess that's one benefit to having
You get
white,
it early.
white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, people think you don't age once you get
Right.
It's like you're locked in.
Yeah.
just locked in. Yeah. It's like George Clooney when he started going gray. Like, he started going gray really
Oh yeah,
early.
he has- yeah. that
And then he
peppery
just
look.
never really aged from there on
Yeah.
out. And then, I mean, I'm sure he maybe put in a little dye and
Had
just
the
like,
pepper.
He had the pepper
Oh,
look.
yeah.
And that's just his like iconic look.
Yeah.
He
it's
mastered
true.
the pepper look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
I think he paved the way for all of us guys to have the pepper
Uh-huh.
look
Yeah.
and be cool.
Why not?
I mean, I think you can ask anybody. Think of somebody with a peppery, look, and they're gonna say George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
Out of everybody who's ever had peppery look,
It's true.
I don't know.
And, I
you
mean,
can find it somehow.
It's a shame he ruined his career playing Batman.
Oh,
You remember?
man.
Yeah.
He was only Batman with nipples.
Was he?
Oh yeah, it's
Really?
terrible.
Oh wow.
Yikes.
He was in Batman and Robin, which was the fourth one.
Oh.
That's a whole thing. Like
Mhm.
the first two were Tim Burton. First one blew up huge, did awesome. Second one did worse. It still did well, but
Yeah.
they're expecting big time, and
Because
it
of
actually
George Clooney.
no, the second one was still Michael Keaton.
Mm.
Third one, they wanted the Warner Brothers wanted to go a different direction. They didn't want like that creepy look to it anymore. It's really weird. Like it was gonna get really weird. Like what's his name? The guy that played Lando. He was the mayor in both the first two movies. He was going to be Two-Face, and Marlon Wayans was going to be Robin.
Oh, wow.
He actually got paid for Batman 2 and 3 because they cast him as Robin, but then they cut him because they couldn't use him because they had too much going on. And then in Batman 3, they got what's his name? I can't remember his. The handsome fellow that was Robin on Batman 3. I always forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember who it
He's
was.
on CSI.
I probably haven't seen it since it came out in the theaters.
Yeah, probably not.
honestly.
There's no reason to.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. But anyways, they cast him as Robin, and they went like campy with it, like making jokes and stuff. And Batman 4, I never actually finished watching. That's with George Clooney. That's when they went ultra campy. They're like, let's just make a mockery out of all this. They give him big old bat nipples, like it's like a leather daddy or something.
Oh my god.
And,
Oh man.
I remember when I watched that movie, I skipped in theaters because it looked like crap. I was like, this is gonna be stupid. And I saw it. It's like on HBO one day, and I like walked over and like it's on, so I had nothing going on. I was like, I'll watch this for a little bit. So I start watching it, and it's like, well, it's pretty bad. Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it too, and he's ugh. Anyways, there's a part where they're chasing Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they like slip on some ice. Him and Robin, George Clooney and the other guy, and they look at each other like in the, how do I say this, in a romantic way, but not quite romantic.
Oh dear.
And it's just in a strange way. Like it's like they look at each other like, and then they click their boots together, and hockey blades, ice blades pop out of the bottom of their boots as if they'd ever need that and ever in their life, you know. And they just happen to have it, you know, in their boots built in.
Maybe that's why they look at each other like, finally we can use these stupid blades.
And then Batman did a triple Lutz.
Oh gosh.
Maybe I don't know.
What's that move called in Blades of Steel? Oh, the not Magnolia. Steel, not Steel Magnolia.
No, you're talking about.
It's the.
You're not talking about Blue Steel from.
No. We're talking about Blades of Steel.
Blades of Steel.
Yeah.
Wait, Blades of Steel, the video game?
Okay. My guys, help me.
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory. My gosh, I love that game. That's why I get it mixed up because I love that game when I was a kid. Blades of Glory. What's the name of that deathly stunt that's like chops people's heads off? You know what I'm talking about?
And what?
Has this guy ever even seen this movie? This is madness.
This is Sparta.
Are you talking about Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell.
I was kept wanting to say that to you. Like, are you talking about O'Donnell? Chris O'Donnell.
You never said it though.
Well, I know. I didn't want to interrupt you, but anyway.
Ooh, Alicia Silverstone was in that too.
Yeah, that's back when she was.
All right, I'm gonna think of that move.
Yeah.
Triple Lutz, triple Salchow.
This guy's never seen it. I can't believe this. Blades of Glory. This guy thought.
Oh, I saw it when it first came out. I thought it was one of.
Came out.
I thought it was one of the worst Will Ferrell movies. I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was surprisingly
Napoleon
funny.
was in it.
Okay, movie quiz for you then.
Napoleon
John
Dynamite.
John
Heder.
If you know so much. What was his name in Blades of Glory?
Easy. Will Ferrell is still the same name he still has.
Ooh.
It's the same name he had in two movies. It was a
That's
duplicate.
true.
Right after,
No.
Right after another.
No. Really?
Chaz.
Really?
He was Chaz in Wedding Crashers and then Chaz in that.
That's right.
That's funny. Yeah.
I think it was the same last name too. Chaz. I can't remember his last name though.
I only saw
Chaz Michaels.
Blades
Chaz
of Glory
Michaels,
or whatever.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
I only saw that one time.
I don't
And
think
like
they
I
said that though in Wedding Crashers.
I wasn't impressed by it. I thought that was one of the
So
worst
you're
Will Ferrell movies.
Chaz.
You thought it was a good movie?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's a bad good though.
I thought it was a bad
absolute-
bad.
It's absolutely rewatchable.
You thought it was bad good.
let me
I
just
thought
say
it was
something.
good bad.
If you came over to my house, you'd see it on my shelf because it's there.
shoot.
I bought it. Like,
No.
Wow.
oh yeah, I've seen it like 10 times.
Wow.
You must really like it.
Let me tell you something.
I've only seen it once.
Like
Tell
other
me.
movies we've talked about,
Yeah.
you see it the first time, I thought, okay, saw that.
Yeah.
Then something drew me back, and it was what it was is some of the funny parts.
I was gonna say because that has a
don't
lot of
remember.
funny parts.
That's all
I don't remember any of
Yeah.
them.
That's
It
all
really
it is.
does.
You know, some of those funny parts stick, and you're laughing about them. And you're like, I just need to see that again. I watch it again, and then it boom, it clicks. It's like, this is good. It's got enough funny parts to where it's rewatchable.
Well, I picked the wrong day
You
to
don't
give up
realize it the
drinking.
first time, maybe, and I understand that with people if they say that they don't like that movie. I'm like, okay, you probably only seen it once.
Right.
See it again, especially if you see it in a group of people. He probably watched it all by himself.
I might have. I've been lonely
That's
for
a
many
big
years
problem.
now. You know?
Yeah.
That's
it
a
really,
problem.
This is a big problem.
And my dog hardly ever laughs at anything anymore.
It's true.
You know?
Speaking of, weren't we talking about a movie called Wrongfully Accused?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
when
that
he
movie.
when he was in the hospital, oh man, he was doing thing after
Man,
thing.
there
He
you go.
talked about this adrenaline. He was like going to shoot that adrenaline
Yeah.
into somebody.
You're the last doctor here or whatever, and
Yeah,
he just,
right when he walks in.
Oh, that
All
was
the
funny.
chaos
Yeah.
starts
It's like he
happening.
walks in. First of all, it's like a sperm bank that he walks into.
Well, everything's going on. A woman's having a baby. I mean,
Oh, they said, did you hear all the announcements they're making?
yeah.
Oh,
There's been
over
a
the-
tornado. There's been a hurricane.
A hurricane. There's an earththquake. A ship crashed, and like they're saying all these crazy things,
everything's going
and people
on
just
there.
start getting carted in, and yeah, he's just like walking in, like there's like a guy walks in, doctor's been shot, and he's like, put him in the 9 gunshots or less aisle.
Wait,
So
the first guy I looked at, this guy's pregnant.
yeah, I remember that. He feels his stomach. He's pregnant.
Yeah.
The other nurse was like, the guy, he was like, it was a pregnant woman. He was like, doctor, you need to come see this. He said, no thanks.
Yeah.
Oh man! And that one that woman nurse who kept coming up to him was like, "said Doctor, I see you." He said, "And I see you."
You're a fine nurse.
Oh man! So yeah, that's once again Leslie Nielsen's perfect art of slapstick comedy. Every movie he's been in.
That's just it. You can just laugh your way through it, and then be like, "What was that movie about?" You know?
Yeah, I mean, luckily we know what that's about. It's about the fugitive. You know.
Well, right.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and luckily I've seen The Fugitive, so I was able to get. Sheesh.
Hopefully, there's no more dirt bubbles in there.
Oh man.
So
for real after that last time.
So what other? Obviously, the movie references a lot of other movies too.
Sure does.
Throughout the movie, what are some other movies that you guys noticed that you saw references to?
Titanic at the end.
Yep.
Of course.
I noticed that.
Which was I saw. So it took me out of the movie. Well, didn't take me out of the movie. It's slapstick, but. When they bunk their heads, at the very end, that's the joke. They bunk their heads. But man, that bridge they hit would have just destroyed that whole ship.
Yeah,
it would have just ripped the boat in half.
Oh yeah,
a little ridiculous if you ask me.
Remember when he was in his car that the van was behind him. They were shooting him with all these weapons. They had this rocket launcher. Remember that?
Oh yeah, and they get the bigger one.
Yeah, and then she's up there with the rocket launcher. He looks in his rear mirror and sees her with the rocket launcher, and he goes, "What a day! What a day!"
That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
it was.
I was like, Chris cracking up.
I'll tell you one thing.
He's like, "Oh, it was the Stinger." He's like, "Oh, it's the Stinger."
What a day! What a day!
Yeah, I remember I was like, did he just say "what a day"?
So, what other movies did you guys know?
Well, let me tell you this.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. I took offense. I'm surprised they let that movie keep going. And no one's tried to cancel it because I'm 100% pro cancel culture, and we need the.
Oh.
As a quarter of an Irishman,
okay,
they really
I know where
stuck
this
it to the Irish people there because they're like, the cops start shooting at their feet and they start doing the river dance.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why are you making fun of my people like that? You know? Jeez, it's just ridiculous.
Were you offended about Braveheart too?
That's Scottish, and I'm not Scottish at all.
Hey,
so yeah,
they're close enough.
I did think that was kind of over the top a little bit. It's funny, but
it was so over the top. The hair.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah,
and they just charges them for no. It's like, wow, the hair was great though. That was awesome.
Sometimes I think they just like, I don't know, randomly think of something maybe
exactly
at the wrong time,
and that's why
it goes in the script and no one ever takes it back out.
Yeah.
It's just not.
That's why I didn't like this movie as much. I mean, it's still okay. I didn't hate it by any means. But it's not nearly as funny as the rest of his movies because
too much randomness.
There's so much. I felt like they would just write random crap.
That's the problem.
For every single scene, and there's just the director should have been like, no.
Gotta stay on track here, man.
Stay on track a little bit, just a little bit,
right?
Yeah,
because it takes away from the funny things that do happen. You know, if everything's funny, then it starts getting diluted. You know, it sounds like you need a refill.
I need to get a cap for this flipping not now.
Oh, you used to have one.
Anywho, one of the parts that came to mind with all this shooting is like, remember when they asked him,
man, you're really risen that thing up, huh?
So risen, this thing, I know. I always am. I'm always like,
I know he's like petting it. Like,
anywho, I remember him saying, he's like, I've got a gun. Not here, but I've got one.
Yeah. And then you guys said, are you scared?
Oh, geez.
Oh, man. Well, I'm trying to remember some other.
All right. Did anybody catch the Field of Dreams?
Oh yeah, when they're going through a cornfield.
Yeah.
They just walk.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
The baseball players that randomly walked into the corn.
Do you know what?
So random. So random. Had nothing to do with anything.
When did Field of Dreams come out? I feel like that was a
19.
That was a way back there, man. That's like
80.
I could see like 87.
Is it 80s?
Oh yeah.
Field of Dreams, it
had
early
to be.
80s, I think. 85ish.
No.
82.
Nah,
I
I'd
don't
say
think so.
87 or 88.
I would say late 90s, late 80s.
Late 80s.
Oh,
Late
okay.
80s.
I'd say
Late
88.
80s, okay.
I'm sticking with 88.
Okay,
I do know Kevin Costner was in
that.
it. You
I'm
know?
gonna say 89.
Is it 89?
Because I remember I saw it when it came out.
I'm
and
gonna
I
say
remember being
88.
A little toddler. A little tyke.
Just a wee one. Hey, just a wee one.
89.
Yeah,
1
I
year
nailed
off.
it.
We were all right.
No.
Yep, I'm gonna edit that to make us all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 89.
Voiceover.
Josh should be like 76.
How about Usual Suspects? Did anybody catch that reference?
Which part was it?
Sheesh.
I feel like there's a million references.
I'm sure
all
That's the
throughout it.
problem.
20 more that I
Oh
didn't
my
catch. Those
gosh.
are just
Sure.
the ones that I caught. This is the ones that I caught while I was watching it. This was the part when he was standing in the convenience store and he had the fishing outfit on,
Oh
And
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
trying-
When he starts saying all the lines from all the
Yeah.
stuff.
seeing everything.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm going to the.
Oh, I was thinking it was from
Men's
The Fugitive, but now because I remember that being in another movie, I thought it was The Fugitive, but now you say that, I totally remember that. From Usual
Yeah,
Suspects.
yep.
Him reading all things,
Mhm.
and that's at the end of Usual Suspects. They were putting it all together, and then he starts walking normal.
Is he like-
I'm like spoiler alert and
I know.
Usual Suspects here.
I thought it's funny when he drew he saw his wanted poster of himself.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's like giving like glasses with a Sharpie and like a side hat and stuff.
Big old thing.
And he's like,
beard
oh,
and
I
stuff.
gotta go. I got a meeting in the men's room. And so he starts walking away and they're like, stop right there, Ryan. And he like freezes and he like pulls out his gun. He walks up to him. Then he turns at the door and there's a guy exactly as he drew with a little
I
hat.
know.
and glasses.
I feel like I saw that in something else too.
Oh, you mean they stole it?
It does seem like they stole that from something.
I know. I swear there was another movie where they drew somebody,
Yeah.
and then
I think
there
so.
was
Jamie,
somebody
Jamie,
like that.
Jamie, bring that up. Bring that up, Jamie. Bring that up.
Seriously,
In
though.
post.
I bet you that is from something else.
What is Jamie from? You guys say that a lot. I don't know what that's from.
Joe Rogan.
That's
Oh.
Joe Rogan's assistant who's always
Yes.
looking stuff up.
He's never on
Side-
camera.
fact checking, pulling up videos for them to look
This guy
at.
doesn't know Dana White, doesn't know Joe Rogan,
Oh my
doesn't
gosh.
know his arse from his arble.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't know Jamie yet. He's our Jamie.
I know.
It's true.
Hey, pull that up.
Pull it up, pull it up. Hey, show me those nudes again.
Oh,
No, I
gosh.
was joking,
Oh.
guys. Jeez. It's
All
his
right.
nudes anyways.
Okay, I got one more movie that I saw, noticed in it, and I'm sure you guys will. As soon as I say it, you'll.
Oh,
go,
the
yeah.
Flintstones.
No, I didn't catch that one.
Oh, there's like rocks and stuff on like gravel road.
Oh, that's right. There were
Uh-huh.
so many rocks. I saw them too.
It's just like Flintstones, because they just had gravel roads back then.
Okay, how about
It's
Dirty
so
Harry?
late. All right, Dirty Harry.
Oh yeah, when
Is that
he's,
what you said?
he's talking about if he has one more bolt in the gun,
Yeah.
and it just shoots. He's like, oh, sorry about that.
Well, do you?
Oh yeah,
Punk.
I remember that.
And he fires in the air. He's like, oh, I guess
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, good old Dirty Hair. Dirty
And
Harrison.
another interesting thing was most of the character names are names of the cities. The character names in the movie are cities in Minnesota.
There's no Ryan, Minnesota.
Maybe there is,
Maybe. I mean, there could be.
because I guess
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
the
It's,
writer and director
Are
Yeah.
from
is
Minnesota.
from Minnesota.
Did you notice when they're talking to the guy? Talk about that scene when they're writing the guy that had his picture when
Oh,
that
yeah.
whole the same
Yeah.
scene. The guy, because they were in Minnesota in that scene,
Hmm.
and the worker there that they're talking to is like, oh yeah, don't you know?
Oh,
Yeah, hey,
yeah.
don't sorry there. Hey.
Oh, that cashier guy.
Yeah, it's
that
crazy.
worker. It was hilarious.
I was wondering,
I
what
was cracking up from that.
Oh,
was there some kind of
man.
reference to that? I guess
Just
it's 'cause
Minnesota, man.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been to Minnesota, and they're just like that.
I was trying to figure him out actually right from the
Everyone.
start. I was thinking, is this guy like, I don't know, just totally flaky, or is he just had a problem, like a mental
Oh
issue? or-
no, that guy was just so Minnesota. They always just
He
start
was
babbling about, don't you know up
wild,
there?
Man.
Oh hey there, don't you know? Hey,
He
They're like-
was just like I mean, to the
Minnesotans.
extreme.
Minnesotans are like, not all of them, but most of them, all of them, yeah, all of them. You're all the same. Let's be honest here. Man, they're all about that, don't you know? And it's like
Oh,
they're a weird
yeah.
hybrid of like
Yeah.
Canadian and like almost like Southern, but mixed in some kind of vat with like
Like this Irish.
mutagen, a little Irish or
Canadian.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
weird combo.
It's just
and
something.
Then Wisconsin is this whacked out cousin of it.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, Wisconsin's just a weirdo one.
It is very
Because the
weird.
accent is not
Sometimes
as
it's-
pronounced by. They don't say like
No.
"don't you know" and stuff, but they're like, "Oh, you betcha" or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like it's like
this weird,
especially
like,
up north.
Did somebody from there move there a long time ago and like just
Yeah,
spread
once-
that nonsense around? I don't
Once
know.
you get up past that Menominee Falls line, there, you're talking.
Yeah.
It's true.
you're talking.
It is weird how that
It's
works.
really weird.
Anyone like the Milwaukee and South though, it's you might as well be from Chicago.
Speaking of Minnesota and all that weird stuff,
Yeah, I was.
have you guys seen Fargo anytime recently?
I have.
Or at
If
all?
recently is like 30 years ago or 20 years ago when
I
it
don't-
first came out.
To be honest with you, it looked really dull.
Wait.
when
Are you
it
talking about the
came out.
movie or the show?
The movie or the show?
The
Yeah.
movie. And I never saw it because it looked stupid to me.
The movie is pretty
But I've
good.
heard
as I
it was
recall.
good.
It was good.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in years.
Let me
but
say
I
this
remember it being good.
about that comment.
Let's hear it. Give it to him straight.
I don't actually care too much for the whole movie as a whole, but there is a lot of good movies and a lot of good parts, and it is really worth.
Well,
watching.
I don't think the movie was like a whole.
As a whole, that movie itself, I don't know. I don't think I would want to rewatch it.
Because I don't think the movie
all the
is trying to be a whole.
Like I don't know. It's because it's not all that great, but there's a lot of really great parts in it.
Okay.
And I would definitely watch it with somebody who's never seen it before.
It's a dark. Is it a dark comedy?
I wouldn't
I wouldn't call it a comedy.
With a group of people who've already seen it. I wouldn't want to say, "Hey, let's watch Fargo again."
Right.
It's more of a drama.
If somebody's never seen it before, I'd watch it with them.
Okay.
That type of movie, I think.
Would you?
That
watch with me?
guy in it, the main guy in it.
Would you watch with me though?
Absolutely. The main
What
guy
would we
in it, and his he's trying to sell this coating on the car. This protective coating.
Oh yeah.
The clear coat. The clear. I don't know. I forgot what the heck it's called, but
Diamond Shine or
just
some crap.
hilarious. The way his sales tactics is just so funny. Anyway, we're getting off subject here, but
I think we've been off subject the entire
let's
night.
wrap up this Wrongfully Accused.
Wrongfully
situation.
Accused is a movie about Leslie Nielsen who plays.
Yeah, how did we get off to Minnesota and all that crap?
It was in Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's all
it wasn't
good.
that far.
Fargo, yeah.
It wasn't that far of a stretch. Fargo, Minnesota.
Oh, and I'm in the
well, actually, Fargo's from North Dakota.
I'm in the middle of watch. Yeah, that's true.
So that's
North Dakota. It's
you stretched a little bit.
yeah, the accent's there though, but
Don't you know?
I'm in the middle of the show right now. I'm been
What do you think about it?
hardcore going through the show.
Let's talk about the show.
That's not.
What do you think about the show? Is it good?
It is good, and you know who? Man, I am so. It's late, man.
You're a little out of it, huh? I feel like we're all a little out of it tonight.
Well, I'm definitely out of it. I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah.
Do
Anyway.
you remember in the hospital scene?
I do.
I think it was right before he left the hospital. Somebody calls over the intercom and says, "Doctor blah blah blah," blah, names like 5 doctors. And
Oh, he
says,
said O.J. Simpson.
Come get your big paycheck.
Yeah, he said he said a bunch of doctors' names.
Yeah.
Did you catch the O.J. Simpson reference?
Well, do you know what that's from? The doctor thing, like what that's a reference to?
No, I just
Just
figured doctors are always
something very
rich.
specific.
Is it a reference?
It is a reference.
I thought they're just like really rich.
Well, no,
Doctors
but it's
usually
from
do pretty well.
all the doctors are from the show ER.
Oh, really?
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
See, I don't know, man. That's just too much going on.
It is a lot going on.
That's too many references, too much whacked out random crap. I mean,
Is it or is it not enough?
If,
No, it's probably too much.
if
It's
somebody
probably
can top that, whew,
I don't know.
Have
Well,
you
Leslie
know,
Nielsen passed away, unfortunately, so
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever be able to top it.
After I
don't
got done watching that, I thought to myself, I mean, because we've written some
yeah.
short films.
Oh yeah.
So just going back and watching ours, you notice how many like little inside jokes you put in, or things that you
Right.
probably, if you had to do over, you probably would have cut out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would.
But you thought they
more.
were so hilarious at the time.
Oh, that's why you gotta have other people go through it.
Yeah.
Or you gotta look at it again later on
Mhm.
with a different frame of mind. I mean,
It's funny. It's just funny to me to think that there are people out there that share that same ridiculous comedy that
Yeah.
we do, to the point where they'll write a whole movie and it gets
and then he just makes it
huge.
all the way through.
Yeah, it makes it all the way through.
Oh, I think that all the time. I'm always thinking,
How'd this make it
This
through?
Yeah.
made it through. Like several people saw this and they were like, "Yes,"
Mhm.
you know. Weird. I don't know.
Because there's so many people that will watch this movie and think, "Oh, this is so stupid."
That reminds me of that
Well,
one we
yeah.
We'll
watched.
hardly laugh at all.
No, yeah. I mean, it's only a certain type of
Mhm.
people like that type of
Just to
comedy.
bring
Most
it
people don't.
full
Most people
circle, that
definitely don't.
just reminds me of CGI Shark, where someone watched that and was like, "Okay, all this is good," when they should have stopped it right at the beginning. You know,
Oh, they should have stopped that. All right, that was absolutely disgusting.
you didn't see that one. You saved yourself an
Yeah.
hour and a half of your life.
Oh my gosh, I don't think you'd make it through it. I really don't. I think
If you guys want,
probably
if you
right.
want to know what we're talking about, just look at episode 13 on our
You
podcast.
can link it right here.
Well, you can look always something, but it's episode
No,
13.
I mean like you can link the video right here. You can
I
click
always,
on it.
I always put it
our,
right up on the curtain.
our review of
the movie.
yeah.
Oh, we're not going to link that.
Oh.
We're not going to make anyone suffer.
Oh,
that'd be like
no
someone's
way.
like telling you like, oh, like I'm thinking about going vegetarian, and if you want to see like the real spin on meat, go to meatspin.com. You know,
Yeah, you don't do that.
you just don't send someone there because it's
No.
not. There's no spin on meat. There is meat spinning, but it's
don't go to that link.
don't go there
Don't go to that link.
because yeah, let's just
No.
say it's not what you think, and you won't. There is no left-right agenda on that. It's just.
Oh gosh.
We're going down a big old rabbit hole.
Oh boy, so did he apparently.
Oh shoot.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways,
Yeah, don't watch that.
don't
movie.
watch that movie. That's what we're getting around to. Just don't watch CGI Shark. It's
You
terrible.
can watch our review of it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Episode 13. It's linked right here.
Hey, if you guys got any questions after this chat, hit like, subscribe, comment.
We didn't even say that, did we?
I know, we got to say it like.
How are we supposed to get more fans if we don't tell everyone to like and subscribe?
Well, this one was not. This movie is not a popular movie with the tomato meter.
Right. Oh, it is terrible.
Hey, if anybody made it through this far into this episode, comment below and say I made it.
Right.
I will definitely be giving you a thumbs up.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Wrongfully Accused just wasn't a popular. It's never a popular movie, like you
No,
said. It got
I never
terrible
saw
reviews. Terrible. It
Until
had okay
today.
ratings. But it's like a 6, you know.
Yeah.
And as far as that goes, maybe we should
let's
rate
just
it
do
now.
a quick rating.
Yeah, let's rate it.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
we
You
already
gave it a 6?
No, that's what they gave it.
Oh yeah, they did give it a 6. You're right.
But I did give it a 6.1. Bing.
Okay. Caleb.
It's we'll cut that dead air, or I'll leave it. If I'm doing this, I'm just gonna leave it there because
Don't do it. He'll do it.
I'll leave it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, I'm just gonna stick with a 6.0.
6.1. See, I thought 6.0. Right when I said 6, I was like, "That's what they gave it."
When you said that, I was thinking the same thing, and then you said, "That's their rating." I thought, "Oh, that's my rating too."
This is actually the first time I think I've ever agreed with IMDb to a T. It's just
I did too. Actually.
As a movie, it's not good. It's loaded with funny parts. Well, that's how it got a 6.
Right.
That's the only thing that got it to a 6.
Right.
You know, but if it weren't for
it's too
those
much.
laughs,
it's just
it'd
too
be
much.
down at a 3. You know, let's be honest. Here.
Leslie Nielsen saved it. It was just too much. What do you give it?
I actually also give it a 6.
See, I'm glad I gave it a 6.1.
This is downright eerie.
Because
we need a fourth person here. It's a 666.
I know. If I would have said 6.0, seriously, we would start playing some Megadeth or something. Or
Anywho,
luckily I saved us, so I was a little more lenient because I like Leslie Nielsen. Not his best movie, but it was good. It was humorous.
It was good.
It didn't waste my time.
In a way.
Okay, so is there one line in the movie that stood out to you as being so hilarious that you just like caught you off guard and you just were cracking up?
There was actually. I don't remember what it was, but I remember. If you have something to say, I'm going to try to think about the part.
I mentioned all the parts that I thought were the most funny. To me.
Well, I don't know if I can. How much I can say this on YouTube, but it was near the end when he was like, he's like, if you agree, shoot yourself in the head 3 times. And then the lady real quick looks at him like, don't do it, it's a trick.
Yeah, he's like, exactly what he said. Like, if you don't, if you think I'm lying, like, or if you're lying, like, shoot yourself in that 3 times. Yeah. And he's like, the guy like looks down at the gun and he thinks about it for a second.
Oh my god!
Don't do it, it's a trick.
I cracked up at that part. I seriously laughed. But there's a lot of small parts in that. That's what made the movie. The little things like that. The thing that made it bad was just too much of the other crap.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
Again, if you like slapstick, if you want to laugh, have a couple chuckles, it's a good movie to watch like once, and then it's definitely not his best work.
No, I mean,
but it's fine. It's fine.
It's a one-time watch, and then after that, you can watch the funny little clips you might see of it.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's like all clips. It's funny clips that you would see on TikTok or whatever. All
the movie just doesn't support
it.
Movie. Yeah,
it's just
and the only time you'd ever watch it a second time is if you yourself at home make your own podcast about funny movies, and then you have to rewatch it for that. Then that would make sense. But other than that, there's just no reason to watch it twice. Once, yeah, fine. It's a good watch.
It's a lot of funny clips, though.
Yeah,
but I think is that all we got to say about this one?
That's it.
That's it. That's all we got to say. Well,
if you want a good laugh, go watch it.
If you want a good laugh,
it is good. It is funny.
It is funny.
Watch that movie. You'll get a couple good chuckles out of it.
I got some really good.
A lot of eye rolls.
I got a lot of funny laughs.
But if you want to learn a little something about movies and have fun with a couple guys on the couch, like and sub this channel right here because we're a growing channel. We're hungry. Yeah. We're like just a little growing. I don't know.
A little chia plant.
Wait. Yeah. Spread the seed on the chia plant, water it, and watch it grow.
It's thirsty for some water.
Yeah. Just sprinkle it. Your likes and your subscribes are and comments are all little sprinkles of water for us.
Yeah.
And You can see how thirsty.
I know everyone's instinct is to run right now, but please hit like before you do.
All right. Luckily, this made it to the very end, so the only people who are seeing this.
Oh, I guarantee you nobody made it this far.
No
if
way.
you did, say I still did.
I'm still watching.
Still watching. Maybe Kale will send you. What good prize we could send him? Maybe like a potato chip or something in the mail.
This guy's talking about smashed up donuts, potato chip. Those are the worst prizes ever.
No, you sign a potato chip. You send it to, yeah, it'd be hilarious.
And then they get it, and it's this.
Oh, it's all smashed up. It'd be hilarious.
On that note,
All right, no potato chips. But on that note, we're gonna leave it off there. It's a good movie. Watch it. It's funny. We'll see you next time. I think the next movie we're gonna watch is either an action, a comedy, or a drama. And
that narrowed it down.
Yeah. So if you
One
guys
of
like those
those.
kind of movies, check us out next week because it's gonna be a laugh riot, or very serious,
Or serious.
or a mystery,
or scary.
It could be scary. All right, see you guys next week. Oh, not this time. That's 3 weeks in a row. No way I caught it.
That would have been 3 weeks in a row for real.